Hello and welcome to my Elite Dangerous, the day-to-day grind, planetary exploration. And we're going to go to the same system that we asteroid mined on the last video. Sis left. HP011879 Planet 2A. But that's not the big news. Drum roll, please. The big news is, in about 10 hours, less than 10 hours from right now, 7:30, June the 9th, UTC time, fleet carriers will be in live. Well, scratch that. They will start putting them in live, and then it'll take 7 hours from there. So it's about 17 hours in all, if nothing goes wrong. So it will be, about 1,400 hours. So, or at 2 p.m., something like that, UTC. Okay. Before I get myself too confused. So we're going to go over to that same system. Sis left. HIP11879, where we did asteroid mining the day before yesterday, and we'll do one of the moons of that planet that we asteroid mined its rings, and see what we can see as usual. So let's get going. Yeah, No Man's Sky has really been eating up my time because I just want to understand it. The pirating and fighting them off is not near, seems to not be as hard as it is in Elite Dangerous. And the people I know that do both No Man's Sky and Elite Dangerous say that No Man's Sky is easier in combat. So there's parts that seem easy and other parts that are not quite so easy. So I continue to learn it and continue to push the videos, and I continue to overlay the audio after the fact. So at least I understand. By the time I put the video together, I understand a little bit more about what I'm trying to show you. So please check those out. Underneath the video, to the lower right, you'll see a subscribe button. Please press that. It doesn't cost you anything. You get notified when I produce more videos, and someday it'll help me with YouTube. Well, I am looking forward to tomorrow when I get a fleet carrier for good. And I have over 12 billion, so we should be fine on the credits side. And most of our asteroid mining will be for tritium, like we did in beta. But at least all of our expeditions will benefit our live account. That's the best part. Could be a benefit, and it could be a curse. See how it goes. And at some point I will do the audio at the time that I do the recordings in No Man's Sky. But I'm still more comfortable just taking the in-game video and then adding the audio later. Like in Elite Dangerous, I've been playing it for about a year, so I understand a whole lot more what to expect, my expectations. And No Man's Sky, it still surprises me all the time, so I mean, it's fun. But it does catch me off guard sometimes, so I did die the other day at the hands of the walker and the sentinels. They were really mad because in the top left corner of the video in that game, it keeps escalating. There's 5 levels of escalation in combat. I had hit 5, and they just kept coming and kept coming and kept coming, and I got tired and I went back to my base. That wasn't a good idea. The sentinels and the walkers came to my base and attacked me, and I was not prepared. And I'm sure after my debrief with myself, I should have just ran into one of the buildings, because what I understand, either sentinels most of the time won't come into the building, and if they do, they won't attack inside the building. So I still don't know all the ins and outs of it yet, especially in max combat. Still learning, but I'll learn it because I do like it, and I like Elite Dangerous, and it's not going away, and I'm not going to quit making videos. It might be the way it is right now every other day, but I'd like to get back to videos every day. But I am trying to push a No Man's Sky video also. But it gets busier and busier in my day job. Pay doesn't get any better, but keeps getting busier. So I'm going to try. And it was that double hotspot that we did was pretty good. Well, sort of. I mean, it wasn't hundreds of millions of credits or anything like that, because I'm not a great asteroid miner. I can do much better running cargo missions and buying things, buying tritium. I'm gonna pick the bright side, as we usually do. But we're still going to do material gathering and asteroid mining and cargo missions and working with the engineers, and it's going to be really nice taking the fleet carrier around to all the engineers and completely modding all the ships at the same time with the experimentals. So I am looking forward to that. So we're going to try to do all that stuff. It's kind of a little bowl right here with some mountains. See if we can get in it. Because it's just picking a place and seeing what we can see. Just see what's there. And for me, No Man's Sky is like the new toy on Christmas. The older toy kind of gets pushed aside a little bit just because of the excitement of the new toy, and that's kind of what's happening with No Man's Sky. But I'm still going to play Elite Dangerous 2. We get far greater views with our Elite Dangerous videos. Try to do a look around. And we're still descending, so we have to watch that. Now, the Odyssey was announced this last week, and that's the space legs, and the trailer for it looked pretty good. It really did. I'm looking forward to that. First part of 2021. Hopefully it doesn't get delayed. Sis landing. Now there is a spot right there and it looks a little bit smoother. Cis alternate. Make our descent. We'll have to feather it down or we'll slam into the planet like I have done many times. And I really don't want to do that. Let's see if we can go forward a little bit to get past this little hump. Yeah, the gravity seems to be heavy. It's like a downhill. See if we can find a spot that will show blue. Yeah, it's not very happy at the moment. Not giving us even an inkling of a landing spot. On the sensor, it makes it look like, oops, there's one. Slow down. I don't think, well, I don't think I did that, but you never know. Well, for one, it's not landing. We have landing gear down. It's not wanting to land. Says the alignment's okay, but it's not locking. There we go. That's what I was trying to get it to do. It's just down. It just didn't want to do that. Is this dark? Yeah, it's saying where I have to go back further. There it goes. Sis, ship. And we'll call it back when we get ready. Okay. Something like that. Okay. Alright. Playing two different games, it can really mess you up. I have to remember all my controls again, because they're so different. No Man's Sky and Elite Dangerous. So it does confuse me. Okay. We got an outcrop over here. See if we can find it. I am excited about the fleet carrier though. In No Man's Sky I have a freighter, and they're a little bit alike, except for No Man's Sky you can purchase additional frigates, and they're manned. You have crews and you send them off on missions for you. So it's, and then sometimes they're recalled because they get damage. Just all kinds of stuff. It's a different game. I mean, there's no doubt about that. And I do look forward to playing both of them for a long time. I am looking forward to space legs in Elite Dangerous and landing on your personal planetary bases and landing on planets with atmospheres. Those are some of the things that Elite Dangerous is talking about doing. First quarter of next year. And 3307 are 2021. Yeah, in No Man's Sky, when you have to fix your frigates, the owner actually has to fix them. It's like the crew, for some reason, can't fix them. And you walk on these platforms, and you're in the middle of space, and it does kind of give you the willies, or it gives me the willies anyway. Because I do have a phobia of heights, and that's the ultimate heights. Except for you don't fall, you would kind of float, I guess. Now, it acts as if you have gravity in No Man's Sky, so maybe your suit creates an artificial gravity under you or something. I don't know. I don't know what the details are. Yeah, it's not extremely heavy gravity on this planet. I mean, yeah, it's not light. And we did get the warning of less gravity when we first landed. And you gather materials on No Man's Sky like you do with Elite Dangerous. Or in a way. Like I said, they're completely different games, but there's a lot of similarities. Like your ship uses tritium. Your freighter uses a crafting of tritium, not tritium, they say it's tritium, and so it's quite neat, and I would suggest it. I don't get paid from Hello Games that makes No Man's Sky, so I don't benefit except for if you watch my videos. And underneath this video, if you'll look there, you'll see ways to donate. It has been a difficult year, and our YouTube channel needs more storage drives for our backup array. So please consider donating. And underneath the video to the left, you'll see our YouTube channel where there's over 740. It's probably much more than that. I haven't done a count on them lately. Oops. I'm supposed to shoot the rock before I get there. How about we do that? Yeah, my mind's in 1,000 different places. And the last I checked, Steam was selling No Man's Sky for $30 instantgaming.com was selling it for $20, and G2A was selling it for $22. And I would suggest it. It plays real good in VR, just like Elite Dangerous does. Sometimes too good. As many people say, even watching the video, they get a little motion sick. Well, I got motion sick when I started using VR. But I do enjoy combat a little bit in No Man's Sky. Not as much in Elite Dangerous, as it is much more difficult in Elite Dangerous combat portion than it is in No Man's Sky, or it is to me. But like I said, they escalate. And you get stiffer competition in No Man's Sky as you destroy more and more pirates. They send more of their elite after you. At worst case, I feel I can do a video every other day in Elite Dangerous and No Man's Sky. I'd like to do more than that, but we'll have to see how it goes. The more I understand about No Man's Sky, the less I have to work on it to figure it all out. And then I can do more videos. It's not like VR pinball, where you just bring it up and play. It's not quite like that. It's like Elite Dangerous, very strategic. You have to think. And for some of us, like myself, thinking is a little more difficult than for others. So okay, I think we have shown what we really want to. Videos are not going to be quite as long as usual yet, and eventually I think it will get back to the way it was. Sis, ship. Yeah, she could land about anywhere on top of us, so kind of want to back up. And we'll have to be ready in case she does try to land on us. Well, I do appreciate you coming along. Hopefully you will press that subscribe button, because it doesn't cost you anything. You get notified when I produce more of these videos. And eventually it'll help me out with YouTube, and they can help us with our storage. But we need as much help as we can get now. And yes, please consider donating and watch more of our videos on our YouTube channel, GFM_RDG. Sit down. Oops, not what I wanted to do. I'm really pressing wrong buttons lately. Worse than normal. Let's get back to Sothis and New Home. Sis landing. Sis left. But again, the fleet carriers are coming to live tomorrow, June the 9th. It'll be around 1700 hours UTC. Well, no, 1400 hours. Yeah, I'm trying to make it take longer, I guess. Probably have to go into Super Cruise first. They always put your destination on the other side of the planet, or most of the time. Then we'll be working our way that way. Now we have to hand it to No Man's Sky. With them creating the content that they did in the last year, it's really put pressure on Elite Dangerous to do the same. And competition sometimes is really good for the players. They're trying to play catch up, and I like it. I mean, if you haven't watched the trailer on Odyssey, go to Frontier and Elite Dangerous Sis Alternate. Go to their YouTube channel and watch that trailer. It's pretty good. And I've made some notes. We're not going to fill 16,000 tons of tritium tomorrow. We'll probably fill around 12 to 1,500 because tritium wound up coming down after about 3 or 4 days. It started out at over 50,000 per ton of tritium, and then it came down to about 42. So we're gonna just kind of watch it and see how it goes. Sis left. Going to New Home. And Babbage has all our modules, and New Home has all our ships. But tomorrow we'll move it all over to the fleet carrier. Now there's going to be some time, like 7 hours, that you won't be able to play live at all, because they're going to be working on the update. So just be prepared for that. And this will be our last video until after the fleet carriers are available in live. So we're going to hold off until tomorrow. And then we'll probably, well, it's still the day-to-day grind though. So I haven't decided if we're going to have a new playlist or an existing, or call it the era of the fleet carrier, or welcome fleet carrier, or something like that series. Sis left. Tomorrow we'll have to travel where we pick up the fleet carrier, as we did in Beta 1 and Beta 2. And then we'll drop by and pick up some fuel, and it'll probably go to the same location that it went to before. We will test out some tritium hotspots that are not pirate infested. And the livery, I'm looking forward to that. Let's see what kind of paint schemes that they're going to come out with. Well, again, I appreciate you coming along. Hopefully you'll watch some of our No Man's Sky videos also. And my 12175 will drop by about roughly 7 billion after we get all the services and with some, well, not all the fuel, so I'm not buying that much fuel at first. So it'll probably drop at least 6 to 6.5 billion. So we will want to work on that to get it back up. So again, I appreciate you coming along. Hopefully you come back again. Until next time, thank you for watching.